Now we are on live on YouTube. So today we are gonna discuss about some a sensitive topic. I believe if someone is like don't feel comfortable with some questions, just ignore. Say I'm not comfortable to talk about that. But today we're gonna talk about divorce in perspective and challenges and impacts. I believe it's a sensitive topic, but we know when we are in the process about learning English, we have to separate about like the trajectory, like to some topics that is difficult to talk even your native language, but it's important to like to develop and know about a new vocabulary and how to express ourselves. I will gonna explain a little bit on the about the talk for YouTube if someone watch us. So today we're gonna talk about that topic, and we are with Vanda and Maria Eduarda and me. I am the host today, and the Talk is a free platform to develop our skills on English and other languages like French, Italian, German, Mandarin, and Spanish. I think I say all the languages. And here is a free space to make mistakes, to learn. Today we are not correct like if you say that some word with different accent or you say the wrong structure. The objective of this platform is learning, and with that we make mistakes, and is so much important in your trajectory. And Maria Eduarda, here we have some I believe it's a mantra, something like that, and I will ask to Vanda to start because for warm the engineer, we like to introduce ourselves, like to our brand starts to we are gonna talk in other language. So I will talk. We will start with Vanda to introduce yourself, please, and I will put the questions on the chat.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. I'm a dentist. I have two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, and I'm a cat person. I like so much cat, but I like dogs too. I like all the nature. And or else, in my free time, I used to be a scuba diver. Or else, here today is a sunny day. Is that for now?
Very nice. Thanks, Vanda. Maria Eduarda, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, I'm Maria Eduarda. I'm 24 years old. Right now, I live in João Pessoa, Paraíba. What I do for work, I'm a business analyst in a big tech company in Brazil. Um, I don't know what I need to say. I live with my boyfriend for about 2 years. Right now, we are living next to the beach, so that's so nice because in the morning I can do my morning walk, so I like so much. And I think that's all. I don't know what else I can say about myself.
Don't worry, very, very nice. In Talk we don't have like a script to introduce yourself, and we something nice that I try, and today we will try that too. It's like to change a little bit to like took another thing that you remember about yourself, and be free for that. So guys, like I said before, I end up changing like my routine because I changed my job. Nowadays I am work like a financial area. It's a totally difficult like the area that I graduation on design, but I in the transition of career. But I'm happy about this transition, and the it's very nice when you have like some changes in your life and you have to relearn some things that you can imagine, because like when you are on some routine, it's just the same, and when you have some change, it's a real nice. And I'm from Belo Horizonte. Nowadays I changed to Joatuba. It's a little city from from the metropolitan region. I am 25 years old. Like I said before, I graduate on design. So let's start with the questions. Maria Eduardo, just to introduce, to explain a little bit, we have some central topic to discuss, but we have some questions today. Like I want to explain that the questions I don't make these questions because like I said, because my routine, the the other managers about talk should suggest these questions for our discuss today. But I like this topic because, like I said, it's a way to improve ourselves and be free. Like for example, we don't have to follow all these questions. We can create another questions. It's like a conversation. So I will read the first one and answer, and after that I will ask to Vanda to do the same. Number one, what do you think are the most common reasons couples decide to divorce? So I believe I'm not married yet, but I believe like the some reasons that I said on the society about that could happen is because like the relation don't work, like the two people cannot trust about like in himself or herself. And I believe like a relations, the base of the relations is trust. It's like you understand other people and get know and have trust about her. Like you don't feel like I don't know how to explain, but you don't feel like some. I will just ask you here some verb that I can remember. Distrust. You can distrust about the other people, and when these kind of feelings happens on the relationship, that could destroy the relation. Because like a relation, when you decide to have a life with other people, you have a trust about the about him, about her, and if that can't make happen, I believe that that could be the reason about the couple divorce. But have other things I know, like that relationship couldn't work, like someone that wants to that work but the other one don't. And I believe like when the two people have the same visions, like with some different points of views, but with the same general vision, that could work. That's my opinion. Like I said, I'm not married, so I don't have like so much propriety to say about that. But I want to hear about you, Vanda.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Trust is so important in all the relationships, not only for couples, romantic couples. I think it for all. But I can add something. I when we lost the admiration for another one, the relationship is finished because you need to see the person and get proud and see the qualities and get admirate with that person. When we lost this condition, we lost and the time to stay with them, and we need to change the path. Is that?
Thanks, Vanda. Maria Eduarda, your time.
I totally agree with Vanda. I think the key of a good marriage is the admiration, the friendship that the couple have. And so sometimes if you don't have admiration for that person, you cannot see a future with that person. So you need to see the person and think, oh my God, this person is so passionate, this person is so smart. You need to see something in that person. And I think in the beginning of a relationship, everyone's so in love, so that's my person, that's my other half. But when the time is passing, some couple could lose this admiration. So I think the key is admiration. So if you don't admire that person, maybe you not see the reason for being with this person.
Very nice. Thanks for all points of views. And Eduarda, could you read the number two and answer, please?
Yes, I can. Uh, how do you believe divorce impacts children, both in the short and long term? I I could I don't know how to venture this, but I'm gonna say my point of view. I'm so close in person. I'm so close with my father. I'm not too close with my mother. So if in my children, uh, my parents got divorced, I would be so sad. It doesn't mean I don't like my mother, love my mother, but I'm more closer. I'm closer with my father. So I think I would I would lose a very beautiful part of my childhood. I think it's that. So I have had lovely memories when I was like 3, 5, and 7 with my father going to new place, going to my first time in the cinema. So my when I was a kid, my mother doesn't have a lot of time because she she works a lot and I have more time with my father. So if they separate, if they get divorced, I how can I say that? I let me search a little what I need to say. Yeah, I if they got divorced, I don't know how to say, but um, I wouldn't have um, nice moments, so nice moments with my father. I think that's it. Mhm.
Thanks. Go ahead, Wanda.
And for me, I think in short term, the family is terrible because they uh, don't know nothing for the future, and they get angry and they get stressed, and all the family, all the building family broke up, and no one knows about the future, about anything. And children is terrible for children because in this time they think they are totally dependent of the structure of the home. And when they ruin the structure of their home, they get lost, they get stressed, they get insecure. Um, but in long term, I think with smart, smart, smart things, and they recover and they get the place. Mom, dad, children, all the people see another place, another game to play, and it's okay for long term if mom or dad don't complain a lot about the other one, because the other one is mom or dad for the kid, and the kid needs to love, and the couple needs to get smart and see about the children.
So, in my point of view, I believe we have different situations when we talk about divorce because have some situations like the divorce is the good for the relations because the woman or the man could be in the abusive relation, and that when divorce could be some good thing because like the person is like in the something bad, and that could influence for the children and etc. So divorce sometimes could be a good thing when we talk about some types of relationships. But the talk about children, I believe like we have some very bad things when we talk about divorce, because like if it was a more friendly divorce, like for example, the couple understand like the relation couldn't work and they decide to divorce, but they have children, and they that believe like so we divorce don't work, our relationship don't work, but we have children and we have the best for there. So for that, I believe like we have to put more clear about the children. We have to respect the ages too, because like if you say I get divorced from children like we have like 4 years old or five, I don't know, but real long, real young, they cannot like understand like the all of the situation. But the divorce it happened like for a teenager, for example, you can put more clear for the children like that don't work, that we work like you will stay with your father in the weekends, for example, that the most common on Brazil, like the that happened. But I believe it could influence like a lot, because sometimes when the divorce happened and for example, in not a friendly way, like a father or the mother can influence the children like to have bad feelings about like the other parent. For example, the mother don't like the father because something, and it can influence because he like, oh, your father is bad and make wrong things, but the reality cannot be the reality. So could influence a lot. I believe like the children are the most influenced when some things happened about their relationship, because we know that could influence a lot, and is a life that will construct about your thoughts. And it's very important when with the happiness you must believe like about the couple is like we have the children and we have the best for there. That's my opinion,
Yes,
guys.
yes, it's that.
Wanda, your time. Number three, please.
Okay. Number three, in your opinion, what role does communication play in preventing divorce? I think before lost the admiration, we need to communicate. I don't like this way that you talk to me. Don't scream inside the house and things like that. Each couple have a problem. I don't need to mention all the problems, but I think if they sit down and take a good conversation, but the couple needs to take eyes contact. They need to open the ears to listen the other part, not screaming and screaming that don't drives for nothing. And I think is that it's really really interesting. It's important to communication to prevent divorce, but needs to be so before, because in the door of the divorce is difficult to have a communication.
Thanks, Wanda. Maria Eduarda.
I think uh, Banda uh, got a got a good point. I think the communication is a good part in our relationships. If if you talk with the person, maybe you can stop the idea of getting divorced. Maybe sometimes you just need to talk with another person. Like if I need to have my own space, I I need more I need more huggies, I need more kisses, I need more things like that. I need to hear you. You need to, I think you need to say for your person what you like and what you don't like. But the person knows, uh, know everything, but a good, a lot of things about you. I think it's the key to prevent divorce. It's talk about your feelings, about what you don't like, what you like, for the person knows uh, about you. I think that's it.
I agree with all of you guys. I believe like conversation is a key like for everything. I believe even a relation or a friendship, key conversation is a key. I remember some ditado in Brazilian like I translate, but I don't believe like this the real the feeling. But whoever remains in silence consents. So
Yeah,
I believe like in a relationship when something happened and you don't like, you have to express because like in a relationship, the people who are on side of you is the most people like I said before about trust. You have to trust to talk with her, even you have to sometimes you believe like what you will say could could hurt the other people, but the feelings, the attitudes about the other people hurts you too. So it's a real important to like make that so much clear. I believe sometimes it's not easy, it's a easy way, but it's important because if you just postergate that, like I will not talk that, I will not talk that, sometimes that could be make it a worse, and the divorce could come. And I believe like the conversation is real the key in all relations. I believe relationships, friendships. I believe the communications are really important. That is, guys. I will read the next one. How do you think society views divorce, and has this perspective changed over time? About the perspective over time, I don't know if I have a distort of my point of view, but I remember when I was young, it's more rarely to see some divorces. I remember the relationships like during all of the years, and the divorce it's like something that I not have so much contact. But when I grow up, I saw more situations. So I remember I believe like when I think about my friends, I believe like most of the all the parents about hers is have a divorce, not the all, but the most of one. It's just something a little bad because like he say like some relationships, but like I said before, some relationships that could during like long years but could be abusive relationships, some relationships that not good for all the of people. But I believe society changed a little bit about divorce. I don't believe like we have to see like divorce like something like normal, like something like I we were married and I if I don't like I will just divorce. I don't believe that a marriage work this way. I could be I could be wrong about my point of view, but I will express with you guys. But I believe like marriage is something that you have to during all of life, like what you say, like when you married for the poor or the rich, and even the death separe us. So I believe like the relationships could happen like this form. But I believe like if you don't real work and you put all energy and you saw like that don't work, yes, divorce could resolve that because even you have a relationship, you have to be happy with the other the person, and the other person have to be happy with you. Like Vanda said before, admiration. Is that something like the key too? That's my opinion. Maria Eduarda, go ahead, please.
I think the views of the society about divorce is getting changing, because I think in like uh when my I don't know, when my grandparents was younger, divorce was a terrible thing. Like we don't saw we didn't see a lot of people getting divorced, maybe because of the religion, and the people think that marriage need to need to be forever and ever. But I think in right now, in this cycle, I don't know if I can say that, but in my age, people sees divorce like a normal thing. Like if you don't feel comfortable with the person, you can get divorced. So maybe because some people not care a lot, doesn't care a lot about the religion part of the divorce. I don't know. I think when my grandparents were younger, it's so far the part of don't get divorced. Divorce is not a good thing for God. But right now, I don't see this kind of view. I think people getting more comfortable about getting divorced. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think in the past we have many prejudice with the mostly the woman divorced. Uh, is a stigma for women in the past. But thanks God, this kind of thing changed, and the woman can. It's normally and good. Yeah, I think it is a good reflection to do about this kind of thing, and you need to get less prejudice with that, because it's normal. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel happy with another person, why you need to stay together, stuck with in a relationship without love, without happiness? It's incredible. Life is so fast to stay with a bad person. It's my opinion.
It's a good one. Thanks, Wanda. Maria Eduarda, could you read the number 5 and answer?
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, it's the first. What do you think are some of the emotional challenge the individual face during and after a divorce? I think the hard part of getting divorced is the lonely. I think when you live with someone for some years, maybe you got you get to know. No, I don't know what you. Let me search. Um, yeah, you get to use with this company, with that person. So maybe you feel so lonely, and the romantic part I think is important, because in the past you used to be in love with the person, and right now, if you don't get a good reason for divorce, maybe you you'd be like disappointed with the person, because the person used to be a good husband, and he's not a good husband anymore. So you feel disappointed because the person has changed in in a I don't know, maybe in a year, in some months. And I think is the hardest part is the emotional, not the emotional, but the lonely. I think you feel lonely because you don't know that person anymore. Sometimes, like something like that. I don't know.
Wanda.
Yeah, I think many challenges could be in during and after divorce. During the divorce is maintain a emotional side for not and for not damage kids. It's terrible because you need to scream, you need to slap another one and the partner, and you need to get with your emotional controlled because of the kids. And other challenge is about money, how to raise the kids and get the structure okay for everyone. If you are not if you the partner go out, and what else? Many challenges. It's a new life, and when you get married, you get many friends, couple friends, and you get divorced. Couple friends is not don't work anymore, and you need to review your friends. You need to get some courses to connect uh, with another persons, another people. Yeah, and many challenges like this kind of thing. And for you, Pedro?
For me, I agree with you. It's so much challenge. I can't believe like something that it could happen. But I believe like the most challenge is overcoming like this old situation and get in the new situation because some people like for example it's an example about relationship but someone like get divorced and get out of the relationship but the other people just don't understand and try to get bad about the situation. It's a real bad because for example I separate with my woman and I start to date with other woman, but my ex husband, my ex oh my god, I forgot how to
Wife,
say
wife.
wife. Thanks, wife. My ex wife, like just we have an expression in Portuguese, stalkear us on the social media and things like that. And when we have this kind of comportment, I believe like you just make bad for you because like you overcome the other person about the relationship overcome, and that's something that it's the I believe that could be the most challenge because it's a new life, it's a new
Yeah,
opportunity to get know about uh, new friends, new relations, and I believe that could be the most difficult in sometimes. But
yeah,
that is, I believe, like the overcome
yeah.
could be
Building a new life.
building a new life. Yes, I believe that the build like most challenging because like you have like your routine with your wife, with your husband, and when everything changes, you have to remodulate your life. You have to
Yeah,
get new jobs, for example, some things like
yeah.
that. Wanda, your time number
Six.
6.
How can divorced individuals maintain healthy relationship with their children? With their children, I think it is easier because children is sons or daughter for both parts of the divorced person. And I think it is not a big challenge if the other partner, ex-partner, don't push the children for not love anymore their father or their mother. I think it's not a big deal. And children have two homes to stay in with father and mother, and it's okay. I think it's not a big deal.
Very nice. I believe like it's not a big deal too, but we know some relationships, some couples that when they get divorced, a father or a mother just give up about the children and just stay with just of one. I have a friend that happened with her with him, like he have a father and mother, and they get divorced, and the mother of him just travel abroad and he stay with father. It's like the most common is the opposite, like he stay with
Yeah,
father.
yeah.
We stay with mother. I commit a mistake, but stay with mother is most common. But in his case, it happened with father. He stay with father. It's a real difficult when that happened because like you don't have like some opposite points because like a mother have some way like to educate the children and the father have another one and have this different kind of comportment for education of children. I believe it's a real good for a build and construct thoughts about the children like have different types like to how to deal with life. And when you have just a one perspective of life could be a difficult. But we know have some people that had this have to deal with that, like even children with like even a newborn, but and have a good life. But I believe like with in my opinion, when you have 2 points of view, it's a good one like to understand the like we have some different types in the society. Sometimes some people like having more patience and others not. And it's a real good like to understand like how the life works.
Yes.
Maria Eduarda.
I I agree with you guys. I think the person that not gonna live with the kid need to be always present in the life of this kid. And and don't forget that the kid a song or a song is forever. So you need to be present in the best moments of this kid, and you need to remember you got divorced of his father or mother. No, you not got divorced of this kid. The kids need attention, need love, need hugs, need all attention you can give to him or her. So I think the couple need to forget what happened with the both and just think about the kid and be present in his or her life.
Thanks. I will read the next one. What do you believe are the financial challenges people encounter during a divorce? Something that I get know about my life, like to get married, like in the I don't know how to say cartório in English, but I will church notary or registered. I don't know if he has a correct, but it's so much expensive. I don't believe like it's so much expensive because I had some friends that get married and they say like the how to expand about that and they oh my gosh it's a little bit expensive and the divorce is the same like the all the papers that you have to get but I believe it's something like some can influence about the financial part because some couples deal with money in a different way, but the way that I believed, like how I will deal with my wife, is like my money and her money is us money. Is like we don't have like two different about like the money and the all the money is for us, and we have to deal with that. And we when you have some routine about that, like for example, I have 10,000 to deal with my life to pay my oh my God,
My bills.
my bills is correct. I will say that, but I don't remember if it is correct. Thanks, Wanda. But to pay my bills and etc. And when you have like a different financial administration, like you have your us expense, your expenses now, and they could change a lot. So it's important like to when you have a new life and new opportunities to understand like your moment. If sometimes you have to be more economic way, like you don't have so much money to expand. I know, like for example, when couple live together and they have to divorce, and someone will stay with the house and the other one have to, I don't know, to locate a new house or buy a new house, and something that could influence in the financial part. That's my opinion. And how about you, Maria Eduarda?
I think the hardest uh, time is the time you need to sell the thing. You have like a house, someone gonna stay in the house, or you need to sell the house, and everyone, not everyone, but the wife will take some money, and the husband will take the another money. Sometimes it's 50-50, but I don't know if someone give more things, gonna stay with 70% and another person 30%. And I think maybe especially for the woman who doesn't have like a good job, the hardest thing is to try to balance the bills. Besides, the person will not have uh another person to help anymore. Like I need to, if I don't have like a house, or if I don't have a good job, I need to see a new place to stay that I can could afford, because I don't have a background anymore. I need to change the way the way I live, the way I buy things. You need to balance everything. I think the hardest thing about the the how can I say, the financial challenge.
Yeah, back then was worst for the woman, because the woman not didn't work in the past and get many children, and when they get divorced, they get um, with prejudice with society, is out money, because husband uh, normally gets some mesada for the woman, for the family, and building another family quickly. And it's really hard for woman. Then woman uh, got in the structure of the matrimony and got stuck there, because it's a big challenge to get divorced, rebuilding our life. Nowadays, man and woman get work normally and have the same structure, financial structure. Then when they got divorced, it's okay, and children have some money to the husband, from the husband, because is for rule. If he don't pay, to get arrested to the prison. And I think this challenge nowadays is almost solved, is my opinion.
Thanks, Wanda. Was a good opinion. And
Thank you.
continuous, but I want to skip the number 8 and to get in the number 9. Could be?
Okay. Okay. It's for me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. How can couple rebuild trust and move forward after divorce if they choose to? I think many people move for another relationship because they have hope. Hope is the key for rebuilding her life. And yes, life is for movement. Life is not for stay like a spider in a net. I think it's for movement. We need to change. If people get divorced and don't want to have another relationship, it's okay too. They could have many friends and travel a lot and laugh. It's not a big deal. I think if a person wants to rebuilding, it's a little bit difficult, but one person is totally different than another one. And hope is for people move. Yes. If don't have hope, if don't get depressed, go to the therapy to change the mind. And you, Maria Eduarda, how
I
about?
agree. I agree with you, Vanda. My grandfather used to say, uh, if you get over to an old love, you need to a new love. So I think you need to open your heart for a new love, and you will forget the old love. So you need to be in love with someone new, and you forget and all the angry that you have in your heart, you be in the past, and and now you just focus on your new love. I think that's it. A new love. You need to get a new love.
Yeah, and for the new love, uh, don't need to compare it. Don't do this kind of thing because one person is one person, another is another. One experience is the one experience, another is another. If you compare all the time, you get stuck in the first relationship.
And sometimes the old love has had things that you really don't like. If you compare, you're gonna stay always in the past. And so you need to be open. You need to open your heart of the new thing, of the what this new person wants to give you, has to give you. So you need to be open and just forget the past is the past. And if this person is in the past, he or she should be in the past. So that's it.
Let him there.
Yeah.
So I believe that was the best question of the throughout conversation. I really like this the way that you express, guys. Thanks for that. But I totally agree with you. When we compare about all the relationships, sometimes we have a distorted point of view because we just focus on like the good parts, but we forgot like the bad parts. And Ivanda says that something like perfect because our relationships is not equal like in the all like if I have a relationship with someone could be work some time, but with other people could be a totally different. And that is the good way about the life. We have to be happy like what we have now, and in our relationship we have to be like with your body and your soul, and being active about this time. We just like something like I believe the two is when you something could happen in our relationship, and we just don't pass about this that like we just focus and get back about the situation. And when what that happens, I believe it's so bad because like we just stay in this same page, like we just don't make a next step. And I believe that that happened, that the relationship could be stuck and the divorce could come too. I believe the trust, like we said in the beginning of this immersion, is the key of the relationship. And we have, if we decide uh make to rest trust about the situation that could work, we have to understand that totally. That's my opinion. So guys, that was a pleasure being with you. I don't know, we don't have like enough time to another question, but I believe that it was a good conversation. I have a little fear about this topic. I will
Oh,
change, but I don't know, because for some time, for some people could be some uncomfortable topic. But I believe like it fluid a lot,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
want
yes,
to,
really good.
yes, and I will want to hear about Maria Eduarda. How was this first immersion, the talk?
Yeah, it was really nice. Sometimes I feel so stuck. It was hard to me think in English